It's such a nice sentence. The 6 Goswamis came to this material world with Lord Chaitanya to take devotees, to take neophyte, it says neophyte, doesn't say premi bhaktas, to take neophyte devotees out of this material world into the Nikunja abode by teaching the Manjari Bhav Sadhana. Tad Bhava Lipsana Karya Brajalokana Sarata. That's from Bhakti-Rasamrita Sindhu 295 or so. Those who desire to follow the footsteps of the people of Braj. Rupa Goswami and Raghunath Das Goswami are the people of Braj. And they have given the sadhakas a perfect example how to perform Manjari Seva, both as sadhakas and also in our Siddhadeha. So that's a nice point. Narottam Das in Prem Bhakti Chandra, he describes how to learn the Seva by following the Acharyas. He says, I will follow in the footsteps of the Manjaris and render loving devotional service to Radharani, simply on their hints. It's ingitas, should say. Ingite bujaba sab kaja. Ingite means hint or indication. By the indications or hints of Rupa Manjari or Rati Manjari, I will know what to do. I will know how to serve Radharani. I will become passionately absorbed in Radha Krishna's forms and qualities while living among the Sakhis. Rupa Gune Dagamagi Sada Hoibi Anuragi Vasati Koriba Sakir Maja. Sakir Maja means in the middle, amongst, in the middle of all the Sakhis, Vasati, I will live there. This is a little bit about the power of meditation. Simply by continuing to meditate on these things, revelations will come. That's the point we made earlier. Just keep going. Revelations, experience, it's called Anubhav. You have experience, revelations. And the proof of that is so many proofs in Bhagavatam and Upanishads also, the power of meditation, the result one gains by meditation. But the summary of all the Upanishadic teachings on the power of meditation and also Bhagavatam is in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Madhya Lila, chapter 19, verse 235. Bhavate Krishna Spurye Antare, Krishna Kripai Agya Paya Rasa Sindhu Pare. By constantly meditating on Krishna, by the practice of constant meditation, Krishna will appear in the heart. And by Krishna's grace, an ignorant soul will cross over the ocean of Ras. That's nice. Bhavati Krishna Spurye Antare. By continually meditating Krishna, you get a spurt, you get a vision of it. And by Krishna's mercy, Krishna Kripai, you cross the ocean of Ras. You'll drown in the ocean of Ras, in other words. And the Bhagavatam, a famous example, is there in the 7th canto. It's also, I think, in 11th canto, about the power of meditation. Once a small insect, a little worm, got caught by a bigger insect. And the insect had like a beehive, had a nest. And the insect took that worm and he stuck him in the nest. The worm was alive, and he stuck him in a little closet in his house, you know. And he stuck him in there and started to seal up that door of that closet. And the worm that was in there, was looking at that insect that caught him and stuck, and he kept looking at him and meditating on his form. And when he died, he got the form of an insect. So this is an example that's given in the Srimad Bhagavatam. 7th canto, Narada Muni shows the power. It's called Kitapesha Naya or something, about the power of meditation. Kita means insect. So, Another point is made in the verse is the expertise of the mantris in seva. The mantris know exactly how to serve Radharani according to time, place, and circumstance, Kala Desha Bhatra. And they also bring all kinds of wonderful memories to Radharani's heart to make her swim in the waves of Ras. This is a nice, amazing sentence. Listen to this one. Swami Radha becomes immersed in the bliss of Krishna consciousness. This Krishna consciousness phrase was started by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. But, Vaitadas was in ISKCON for a while, and a lot of times he has this phrase in his books, Krishna consciousness. I'm sure that Nadadas didn't say the bliss of Krishna consciousness. He said Krishna Chinta or something, whatever, I don't know. Bhakti. Yeah, Krishna Bhakti. Swami is immersed in bliss of Krishna consciousness when she hears Tulsi's rasic descriptions of Krishna Lila. Blessed is this Kinkari. She serves Radharani exactly according to the requirement and the time. That's so. Nanda Gopal Goswami reminds us of what does the word Kinkari mean. This is often heard and often spoken. Kinkari comes from two words. It's a combination of Kim and Karomi. Kim means what, and Karomi means do. So Kinkari means Kim Karomi, what can I do? And Anantadas described that the humble maidservant, the Dasi Radharani, comes before Radharani with Anjali, folded hands. She folded her hands and said, Radharani, how may I serve you? So this is the Kinkari Bhav. But she doesn't even have to ask, Mantri doesn't have to ask Radharani how to serve. She knows automatically. Because she's one with Radharani's heart. It says there's three classes of servants. There's three classes of servants of a master. The first class servant, he serves the master without being asked. He anticipates what the master wants or needs and provides the service before he's even asked. Second class servant, he does what he's asked to do, he or she. The servant does what they're asked to do in a nice way. And the third class servant maybe doesn't, but the third class servant serves, but not very attentively or very, okay, I have to do that. So that shouldn't be a third class servant. So the mantris are first class, more than first class servant, because they're doing a service that Radharani she just starts to think of it, and the mantris do that, already half presenting the service. So he brings out this point. This is the expertise of the mantris. That's it for this verse. What's the time now?
10 minutes now.
So the next verse is 21. And this is Pratak Lila, Pratak Seva, Radharani snan and bathing and dressing and whatnot, from 6 a.m. in the morning till 8:24. And in Barsana or Yavat, this time of year she's in Yavat. Radharani goes Yavat for 3 months, and Barsana for 3 months, Yavat for 3 months, Barsana. She goes 6 months she lives in Yavat, and 6 months she lives away from her husband and sister-in-law and brother-in-law and everybody. So when is Radharani in Barsana? She's in Barsana half of Falgun she's from Makar Sankranti through Vaishak. Because there's Falgun and there's Chaitra Vaishak. So she's there for 2.5 months, 3 months. And then March, April, May. So then April, April, May, June, she's in Yavat. And then July, August, September, during Radhastami and Janmashtami and Julan Yatra and all these lilas, she's in Barsana. And then she goes September, October, November. Now she's in Yavat. So now she's in Yavat. If you want to see Radharani, you go to Yavat. You have darshan Sakshat Radharani is in Yavat. Because if you're in Prema, if you go to Varsana, you won't see Radharani because she's not there. Murti is there, but she herself, if you're in Prema, you see Sakshat Kar Darshan, direct darshan Radharani. So you want to see her, you have to go to Yavat. Or go to Radhakund. go to Radhakund between 11:30 in the morning and 3:30 in the afternoon, and you'll see her. If you have prema. It's a small requirement. Prema. Okay, we'll start this next verse tomorrow. Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam.